everybody, it's Second Chance Adventures. Today's day number 239 after having gastric bypass surgery. Today I am going to go sun tanning, and it's still strange that I'm willing to and wanting to do that because all my life I've always done everything I can to stay out of the sun, out of the heat. Because you know, when you're extremely overweight and in pain all the time, the last thing you want to do is go outside where it's hot and you'll sweat and everything else in between, or do yard work, or whatever it is you're going to do, even just driving to the store to work or something like that. You just don't want to do it. But after losing over 100 pounds now, it doesn't bother me really anymore. Yeah, it's still hot, and if you're out there for hours and hours, eventually you're going to sweat. But I don't sweat anywhere near as what I used to, and it's amazing, even at night. Before I had surgery, even in the wintertime, a lot of times I would have to do a little system and block off the under part of the door and anything else I could think of to keep heat out, and then I would crack open the window just to keep cold air in, because I would just be burning up all the time. I know there's a lot of people who would do that when they're really overweight, or if you're just someone that really likes the cold. But it's so different, but I like it because I'm still kind of adapting to the whole being outside all the time and willingly. But it's great, because there's a lot of things that I've realized that I've missed out on. Getting fresh air, noticing more nature, noticing more of just the environment and looking at pretty sights and everything else in between. It's really cool. Walking around on the ground barefooted, never really done that. So, and it's so weird because when I do it now, it's so foreign and so strange that it's like, okay, I'm walking on the ground, I'm walking on the grass. I'm so used to having shoes on 24 hours a day. But it's good, change is good. So today, like I said, I'm going to go outside and suntan. I'm going to enjoy some fresh air. I was thinking about going to this little spot. It's like a lake, and not a lot of people go there. It's very quiet. It's a quiet area. And it's really pretty at nighttime, too, when the sun's going down. But I'm going to go there and, get my stuff out, bring my water. I'm thinking about making a smoothie. Been drinking smoothies at home. Without sugar. It's just plain fruit and ice. They're really good. That's just how I like it. I don't see how people can put a bunch of sugar and stuff in it. I just like it with just fruit and ice. But it's gonna be great. Here's the thing. Whenever I would try to tan when I was younger, like in my teenager years and my early 20s, no matter what I used, I would not tan. I would burn. I would look like this. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I've always wanted to have a nice tan, but I don't want to, do it dangerously and get a sunburn. Quick story. So when I was 16, I was stupid, and I was in a lake for about 6 or 7 hours, and I completely forgot to put on sunscreen. Didn't even think about it. I got out of there, and I noticed that my skin was kind of irritated, but I thought just because I was in the water for too long, I still didn't realize what I had done. And it wasn't until it was time to go to sleep when I realized that, oh man, I have sunburn so bad. The next day when we came back to town, I actually had to go to the hospital. I went to the hospital for it, and it was that bad. They were just popping stuff on my skin and draining things, and then they put a bunch of wrap over my arms and my back, and I had to lay on my stomach for about 8-9 days. It was bad. It was bad. So yeah, lesson learned. Wear sunscreen, especially if you're really pale like me. If you're like a light bulb and you're really pale, wear your sunscreen. Sunscreen is your friend, okay? Let's see. It's been over 100 pounds. Tomorrow is our 8-month anniversary, so make sure you check that video out. It's going to be great. Also, tomorrow is my younger brother's birthday, so let's just say a happy birthday, bro, in the comments. So he'll be 28 years old. I reached 30, and eventually he'll be 32. Oh my gosh, eventually. I'm in my 30s now. I just turned 30 a couple months ago. But that's okay. Things are going really good, guys. If you're wanting to have this surgery, yes, there are going to be a lot of trials and errors, but because of that, you will end up training and disciplining yourself, and you learn from that to where you don't do it again. It's great. It helps you so much. It's not the only thing that helps you lose the weight. It's the biggest part, but you have to also include all the little parts. The little parts is you. The surgery is the biggest part. I notice a lot of people in the comments will say things like, yeah, when I first had surgery and I was able to stomach anything, I tried to eat, candy and chips, and I still couldn't do it. And it's like, you didn't, I didn't say it, but it's like, if you're doing that, then you obviously did not truly learn the lesson here. The lesson of having the surgery is having a chance to literally restart your body, because you're going to go through a big detox like the first couple months, at least in my experience. It took me till about 4 months to have anything solid. I couldn't get anything down, and if you're trying to do that and eat sugary stuff, pops, donuts, fried foods as soon as you can, then you truly didn't learn, because the surgery is to help you lose the weight and get your nutrition back, work on fitness, work on mobility, get rid of medical diseases, whatever you can. And if you're just doing that as soon as you can, then you truly didn't get it, at least in my opinion. To this day, I don't even want anything sweet, fried, or anything. Oh my gosh, just the thought of it. It's been 8 months. Just the thought of it. Now, I can, if I wanted to, I can eat it, but I don't, because I know myself, and I'm going to end up thinking this. Well, I had that, so maybe I can have another one. And then I puke it all back up. Waste of time, waste of food, then you just feel silly. Not just that, but I try to remind myself, you had the surgery for a reason. You had the surgery because you were so overweight and you could not do it on your own. You had the surgery because you were in just agony, pain in your back and in your legs for so many years. You got the surgery because you did not feel good about yourself and you had so many setbacks and you couldn't get ahead in life, and, you needed help. So every time I see people having something, or I think about something I'd like to have, like before surgery, I remind myself, if you have one, you're going to want another. And then you might eventually be able to have 2, and then you're going to want 3. And then you're going to go all the way back where you were and be 350 pounds again. No. I'm 244 today, by the way. So, if you're going to have this surgery, guys, please make sure to remind yourself, if you're going to do it, stick with it. Because I know there are people that have the surgery and then they just blow back up anyways. I actually know somebody who's done that. And it's like, man, come on. You lost all that weight and you were looking so good, and then you got too comfortable and then you gained it all back. Terrible. I'm not trying to judge or put somebody down, but don't do that, guys. If you're going to have the surgery, go all the way with it and stick with it. It might be hard, yes, but that's what, counseling's for. That's what the support system's for from the hospital, Use your resources, guys. But that's all I have for today. I'm about to get my stuff ready. I'm going to go outside and tan and enjoy the outdoors, because it's already the middle of July. And the next thing you know, it's going to be Halloween, and then it's going to be Christmas, and it's going to be freezing out again for about 6 months. So I'm going to enjoy the sun while I can. And I cannot wait till next summer. I'm going to look fly next summer. It's going to be awesome. I just know it. And I've never been able to say that about myself. But here I am now. But if you guys have any questions or any concern, if you're going to have surgery or you're thinking about surgery, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your guys' story. I like this place to be a safe place to vent about, things you've experienced while having a weight issue, or social problems you've had with having a weight issue, whatever it may be. I like to read comments. I like to read people's stories. Also, if you look at my description, I have a Twitter account. You can send messages there. I know people's been sending me messages, and it's great. I try to do what I can to respond. I'm not free 24 hours a day, but I do like to check them and respond to people. So let me know. I like to have this sort of support system on the channel. So I'll see you guys later, and have a good rest of the day, and do what you can to make good choices that will be good for the rest of your life. Bye.